Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of Mixed Mowers and Mower Man. In today's video we're going to be doing another Mountfield 414. There's a reason for this. One is I love the machines, and second is what I want to do a video of a fuel comparison. I want to do it before winter. So I'm going to get two Mountfield 414s up and running, and you'll have seen one of those Mountfields up and running which have a torch plug issue just the other day. This one had come in as part of that first 13 job lot I had, and I can't remember if it started, if it ran or whatever, I can't remember. There's no fuel in the tank at the minute, so I want to get two Mountfields up and running. They're exactly the same, that run with no issues, okay? And then after that, I'm then going to fill one up with ethanol-free fuel, and I'm going to fill one up with a new E10. And then once that's been done, I should run the machines for 2 or 3 minutes, just so there's plenty of fuel in the system. And I'm going to park the machines up, put them in the shed, and leave them in the same shed at the same temperature together, and not start them until about February, or the end of February. I might go for that. So the last day of February, I'll bring them back out, try and start them. If they both start, fair, that's what it is. But then I'll also take the carburetors off, have a look inside the carburetor to see how the fuel has sat over the winter, to see if there's a problem with the E10 sitting for 3 or 4 months, and also the ethanol free, and go from there. So a bit of a fuel experiment. Before we get down and dirty, got a package here. It says for Sir Mixed Mowers. So this has come off of my old Amazonian wish list. Again, this is doing really well. So I can't thank you guys and girls enough for giving me presents. There's no label on this. So whoever sent me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Briggs and Strat Honda style Quantums air filters, thank you very much indeed for purchasing off my Amazon wish list. And if you want to do so, feel free to hit the comment section down below. You'll find my Amazon wish list down there. Feel free to buy me or Little Riley Boy a little gift. So thank you very much indeed. That will go a long way to servicing the machines this coming year. So thank you very much indeed for that. So what we're going to do is in this video, we'll get this other Mountfield 414, try and get it up and running if we can. And it may need a carburetor clean or bits and pieces, I don't know. And then once it is running, we'll put them side by side. I shall then fill them up in another video for a fuel experiment video. One with V10, one with ethanol free, park them up, let them run and what have you, put them in the shed over the winter, put a sheet over them. As long as one is marked up with V10, I know which is which, and then we'll go ahead on the last day of February to see if it doesn't actually start. And if they do start, fantastic, but if they don't, let's look at the fuel quality inside the tank after 3 or 4 months. And today's date is, just so we know, because the video will be coming out in the next day or two after that, the 18th of October is a current date at the moment. So by the 20th, I'll have the video for the ethanol free and the E10 done, and then we can park them up and let them go from then. So from the 20th of October to the last day of February. We'll see how it gets over the winter time. So without further ado, let's get down and dirty and let's try and get this other Mountfield 414 to run so I can get on and do this fuel experiment a bit later on. Right, so here's our second candidate. This machine is also a 2015. This one was actually last manufactured by Chuckfield Garden Machinery, it says there. Let me double check the other one wasn't. Have a quick little look. No sticker on that one. Okay, so they're both for 2015, which is great. And we've got one that says here it's been manufactured by people up in Chuckfield. Don't know who they are. Don't know if they're reputable. Couldn't tell you. No idea. But the one with Chuckfield on, that's the one we're going to go with E10. Okay, so this will be the E10 machine. Now I don't know anything other than it came in as part of a job lot, and if it runs or not. Couldn't tell you. It's not showing no signs of any fuel leaks. There's no fuel in the tank. I seem to remember putting fuel in them. So let's put a bit of fuel in, and let's just check. Let's open that door, we get a bit of light in here. I haven't got my little LED light up and running because I like to use it for extensionally for Halloween decorations. So there's no fuel coming out of there. It has been tipped, this machine. Let's try for priming. Yeah, with prime. So that's good. So it could just run. We don't know. So what we'll also be doing, I'll also be putting a brand new spark plug in here if it hasn't already got one, because that would be an unfair test otherwise to have one on a torch plug and one not. That going to go on there, Mick? No, it wants to go on there. Let's bend that out a touch. Oh, I've gone there then. Okay, so mate. Houston, we have a problem already. I don't want to sit on there. Get in there. Oh, okay, oh, that's cool. Just put the air filter back in then. In fact, I'll give it a little bit of a clean, that air filter, because it is a bit gunky. So let's just get a little tiny bit of petrol in a Chinese takeaway tub. Just a little tiny smidgen. Get myself a rag. And just give that air filter a bit of a happy birthday, because it is a little bit dirty. Dirty birdie. They do tend to swell up a little bit when you do this, but it's been tipped, this machine. So I want to make it as fair as I can. Obviously, I can't make it fair because I don't know how many hours this machine's done in comparison to the other, and vice versa. But we are both the same year, so if they've both been used for the same sort of size garden, then there won't be a great deal of difference. Okay, so air filter's been cleaned. Back in you go. Let's get a little tiny screwdriver. Just to poke that into place. That's it. All right, that's it. Right, we're away now. Right, let's get that air box back on. I don't want to sit in there. I had it a minute ago, didn't I? What's the carry? That's it. Right. So get in there. Right, that's in. Is it in? No. That's it. Right, got it. Right, okay, so air filter's on. Got juice on. Got juice in there. It's priming. Oh, my belly just rumbled. Didn't you hear that? Right. Let's get the pumps. Let's see it fire. It's got to be running right compared to the other one. Oh, hang on, we've got a bit of a pull cord issue here and all. The pull cord handle is actually broke up the top end, up here. I've got a spare one here. So we're going to put that on. Not that it makes it any fairer, but just literally for easy use. Watch me let go of that pull cord now, watch it snap. Right, let's get rid of that. That can go for a button in the old bin. Lovely. Pull the handle out. Two if we can, lovely. We'll thread that up into there, so I'm going to take that off. We'll thread that through there. I'm going to tie two grannies in there. A bit more pullage. Lovely. Big knot in there. That should be enough, one of them, I think. Yeah, I ain't going in there. Right, okay, that's cool. So there we're good to go. So it may run. We don't know, okay? And honestly, I don't know. So I know some of them did, but no leaks. And what I might also do, I might just crack the bottom of that 10mm, just in case there's any water in there. Just to give it a little bit of a hand. Just going to crack that little one off there, down the bottom. Just a little bit of fuel to go through, just in case there's a bit of water in there. Let's have it out. No, it is stale. Let's run some fuel through. That's it, that's clean. That'll help it. That's good. Let's wipe that excess fuel off, because I want to sell the machine later on in the year, so the fuel does favour decks. Right. So this is a Mountfield 164, not a 414, but they're the same horsepower engine, all the rest of it. So they're all the same. Right, priming. Squelchy, squelchy, squelchy. Pull it, see what happens. Okay, didn't like that. So squelchy, squelchy, squelchy. I'll get it running and then I'll whip round your side. a little tiny hunt to it, okay? So what we're going to do is, hello Mrs. P, you over the door hiding? What's up, baby? Yeah, of course you can. Mrs. P's has come down to see me. Yeah, honey. So it's got a little tiny hump to it, not a lot, but obviously if we're going to do a comparison, then we want this to be to running right. Now you may have noticed that when I was priming the bulb, it wasn't making that surging noise because actually the main jet is slightly blocked. Okay, so to make sure it's fair, we're going to undo the carby very, very quickly. I'm going to do a very, very quick carburetor clean right here on the right here on my desk. Okay, I'm not going to go too mad. So lift the old carburetor off. What's going on there? Why don't that want to come off? That's right stuck on there. Is it that crankcase breather pipe? Yeah. So take the crankcase breather off the back. There it is there. Little tiny priming tube there. That comes off as well. There's your carby. Pair of long nose pliers. I don't even know, to be fair, if you guys are in camera shot. Because I did move you up. Let's have a little look, see how you're looking. Can you see? Oh, you can see, fair enough. I know it's not very bright in here because that door keeps going shut. And I haven't got my fan light on. Let's open that door up. And smidge a bit more natural lighting. Oh, right, so the spring's off, the governor arm's off. I want to get a little tiny pair of forceps or hemostats, as Brucey Boy calls them. I've got a little set here somewhere. Where's my little set gone? That'll do. Oh, there we are. There's my little set. Just right for little tiny engines. Oh no, that's a bigger set. Set them after. Let's get the big boys out. Right, I've got a little tiny fuel hose clamp to remove as well. So we'll take that off. Take them off. Give us a little tiny twist. Now someone bought me, didn't they? Someone bought me some little tiny tiddly widdly fuel pliers here. We're going to go using these. I'm going to go using that. Oh my word. That'll make life easier. We like that. Right. I'll take them off. Bit of fuel spillage. We'll clean that up. Carby comes straight off. Get rid of that gasket. We don't need that. Get rid of that. Carby comes off. There's a carby. I'm going to just blow it off very, very quickly. A bit of a clean, and I'll come back to once the lawnmower's off the old lift table, and we'll clean it up right here, right now. Right, carby now cleaned up slightly. Quick little belt with the old 10mm impact. Just to loosen that off. Should be fresh fuel in there because I cleaned it through. Absolutely clean as a whistle in there. Just one or two specks of big stuff. Okay. So no biggie. We're going to take the float off, take the needle off. I want to get in there and I want to remove that that main jet, which should be my fin screwdriver. No. Don't like it. Where's my big boy? Where's my big boy and or my yellow one? Which I had out earlier on today because I was mucking about with that Suffolk. There's my yellow one. Let's try that. Well seated. There it goes. Yeah, that's the screwdriver. That's my homemade screwdriver, that one. I made it myself. I made it all by myself. Right. Main jet coming out. There's the main jet. The tube's in there. It's got to come out. Tube's stuck fast. Tap. There it goes. There's a tube. Quick little blast with the old pocket rocket, which I quite like at the moment. That's plugged. I like this pocket rocket. You get a really good flow. They're all running. Let's check the old main hole. Yeah, that hole is nowhere near as big as it should be. And that's why these little puppies like to hunt and surge. So what we do is we just get a file and we're just going to re-rim the walls of that file out. That's not quite the right size. I want that cookie just there then. Is that you? Yeah, that's the one. And just literally going to clean this bit of sideways pressure. Just going to clean the walls up. Nothing too drastic going on here. Clean the side of the walls up. That's good. Pocket rocket. Lovely. We like that. We've then got a slow running circuit here. There'd be about 3 or 4 threads hanging out the back end of this nut one taken out now. Just 3 or 4, not too many. We're going to take that out, drop that down, and just use a flathead screwdriver. Just going to bish bash bosh that up in the air. That comes out. Make sure the O-ring's not down in there, which it's not. There's a hole down in there. Give that some. That come out of the other side here. There's another little hole that comes down through the primer. We give that some. There's 2 here. That's running. 1 here. That's all running. That's it, brothers. That's all we've got to do. There's nothing essential going on here. It's just a simple little carburetor cleaner everyone can do from home. It's nothing big and nothing scientific, okay? If I can do it, you can do it. Quick little blast of that through there. Make sure that's running, which it is. We like that. That goes back in the hole. It only goes in one way. Stick your screw back on top. So see how quick this has taken me? This has taken me minutes, okay? And this is what we call quick and dirty. Ask Jason, he said all about it. Quick and dirty carb clean, right? We don't muck about. 2 or 3 threads hanging out the back of there. That'd be more than sufficient. We're going to get our needle and float. That goes in. Get a little tiny retaining pin. That goes in. Yep. Blow test. That works. We're going to get our emulsion tube. Thin bit goes in first. We're going to get our new rimmed out jet. That goes in. Get our screwdriver. Wind that all the way in. Don't squeeze it all the way home. Just, you know, it's got to be well seated. Yeah, just nick it up. That's done. So you've got to remember the fuel comes in this side, and you can flood it over this side. So make sure that your flooding screw, a bit of a clean. Your flooding screw is around that side there. Stick that up. Put that onto there. Do your little 10mm up with a spanner, not with an impact. Otherwise you'll shear the old threads off. So it don't take long. That's lovely, we like that. And that's your carburetor done, cleaned, finished. So let's get on now, and I'll bring the lawnmower back up, we'll fit it back on top, and then we'll go from there. Right, lawnmower now back up on top. Where's my carby? In the rag. So it wraps up in the rag so don't get dirty. Dirty birdie. Carby goes back on. Governor spring and governor arm goes back on as well. You might need to pay along those pliers for that. Wherever mine are, there we are. Mine not spring. Just find the hole. It goes. And get your spring. Hooky little spring on a little tiny hole beside it. That goes on. Bosch, fuel line on. Bosch, fuel clamp on. I want to say Bosch. Bosch, gasket on. Bosch, we can then get our little tiny spacers that come out of our airbox. They sit in here. They've come off. Just remember when you're putting this box back on, you've got this little tiny pipe here that goes on there. Okay, that little tiny one. And then this one here goes out the back here on the crankcase breather pipe. You've got to have it on there. So on goes a primer first. That just sits over top. No biggie. We can do that. Swing it round. Just as you're off of a carburetor on place, just make sure you put your finger around the back here and offer your crankcase breather pipe on as well. Get your impact, turn it down to number 1. Do that one up. Do that one up. Give it a little tiny whack in number 2. Just make sure it's on. And we're sealed. Take your forceps off. If I can get them off. Bosch. It's all good. Put your tools away. Now just check for leaks. Make sure you've got no leaks coming through. You also now want to check you've got a priming carburetor. Get your torch, look inside. It's a little tiny emulsion tube. Give it a couple of pumps. Yeah, lovely big prime. Jumped out the carby. So now we've got fuel coming down. So we can now go back outside. Fit the airbox on where the airbox is. I'm not done with the airbox. Oh, here's the airbox. Airbox and filter. Whilst I always like to do this whilst before I take it outside is put the airbox and filter on later, because you just want to double check that your carb is not actually leaking, okay? Because you'll see it drop down here if it does. Let's fight with this airbox for 20 minutes. It says it went on, but it doesn't. It clips on there, but that one don't like to go on. I don't know why. Let's bend it right out. Yeah, that's better. Didn't like that bit. I might get another airbox with this. There's something occurring. It don't like going on. It clips, then comes back out again. And it should go a bit deeper than that. Let me find another airbox for that, and I'll fit that as well. 2.6. Right, got another airbox donor. There you go, that's better. Right, that's on. So no fuel leaks, nothing going on there. Let's give it a quick run up. I've got to check the oil, meet you outside, and then as long as it runs and fires, then we're golden. So meet you outside in 2 ticks. Right, you're outside. Let me grab the other mower. Oil's good. Oil up. Let's run it down. No fuel leaks. So there's the other Mountfield that I've done in the previous video, which is actually today. I've done about 4 videos today. So, like for like. Prime for a good time. The last time it was hunting and surging a bit, wasn't it? Didn't like it. So there you go, runs. And it runs with no hunting, agreed? So now we've got 2 Mountfield. Is it 414s? One's a 414, one's a 164. So they both run. So what we're going to do now is the one with that service sticker on it, or in fact, is there any other identical faults? I'm missing identical faults on here. Do you know what? There's one here with it says warranty. No, do that. 1 year guarantee. It's out of guarantee. I'm going to remove a guarantee off of this one. So that's what a guarantee sticker. This one hasn't. So it's the one without the guarantee sticker, because we can't guarantee it's going to start off. It's got E10 in it. We're then going to put E10 in this one here without the 1 year guarantee sticker on it, and then we'll do the video on the 20th of October, which when I actually do the video, you'll see it afterwards. And then on the last day of February, after both has been sat in the shed, we'll go for fire up and see what happens. So, all in all, today I've got 2 Mountfields running. That was done in the previous video, but this Mountfield now all runs exactly as it should do. With no issues at all. So there you go, another Mountfield 414 or 164 now all up and running as part of that job lot, which is fantastic. Quick little carburetor clean, and that took minutes to do that. And if I can do it, anyone can do it, man. It's as simple as that. Now it doesn't hunt and surge like it was beforehand, and I think that is the only reason why it was thrown out. It was hunting and surging. People just don't like it. It's annoying. So that's good. That's that video now done. In the next video you'll see will be with 2 Mountfield 414s, and I shall fire them up equally before I start the video. All that sort of, you'll see. Okay, but I want to do a fuel experiment over the winter period to see how that E10 does compare with regards to the ethanol free as well. If I get another Mountfield, I might even do ethanol free, E5 and E10 as well, and we'll go from there. But we'll see. I've got another Mountfield there. We'll see how we get on. But that's that Mountfield now all up and running, and that'd be good for next year as long as I can start it. And hopefully you guys can now figure out how quick and easy it is to actually get these lawnmowers up and running inside minutes, which is fantastic. So I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, hit the old thumbs up, whack the old bell, set notifications to all. That way you'll be told once on a video or 2 on my Saturday night weekly live stream, which starts at 6:30 PM UK time. I look forward to the next episode of Mixed Mowers very, very soon. But until then, people, don't forget, much more importantly, take it easy.